Good morning, dear devotees and friends. At the outset, I'd like to congratulate all the fathers, past, present, and future, for the beautiful the day that has been declared as the International Father's Day. In Sanskrit, they say Pita Sarga, Pita Dharma, Pita hi Paramantapa. So he is the as pure as the heaven, and he is the goal, that is the dharma. Pita Sarga, Pita Dharma, Pita hi Paramam Tapa. And serving the Father, helping the Father, obeying the Father is the greatest tapasya, austerity. So that is how the traditional Indian culture, they uphold the Father. On this International Father's Day, I congratulate all the fathers who were in the past and who are present now, and also who will become the responsible as father. Because the greatest responsibility in the human society lies on the fathers. And today also International Yoga Day. Today morning I was giving a talk on the small and all of the world that they're meeting. So different people from different parts of the world, they were speaking. They're showing the yoga. The yoga means Hatha Yoga. This Hatha Yoga, when they were practicing, and in fact they're researching to find out who is the creator, and in the process, as because they were researching their own mind, so obviously the two things were essential. First, to sit for a long time in one particular posture so that one can control the mind, and the second, to control the breathing. So by these two processes the Hatha Yoga developed. And in the Vyasa, in his commentary, he has given the names of so many varieties of the asanas. Sometimes they'll be sitting on their knees, sometimes this posture, that posture. And Shankaracharya also, for the yogis, for those who like to meditate, those who like to control the mind, the yoga, the posture is very essential, at the same time controlling the breathing. And when they were controlling the body and also the vital forces, they developed another branch of knowledge, that is Ayurveda. This Ayurveda again was wonderful, that helped. So why all this? One goal, to find out who is the creator. Then asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. The pratyahara and dharana, that also comes in the process of meditation and samadhi. Today, when we will study the Bhagavatam, we will find how our Lord Krishna, he is teaching the meditation to the Uddhava. So we will come to that. Before that, let us chant this mantra. And once again, congratulations for the Father's Day, congratulations for the World Yoga Day. Let us now chant this mantra. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghabharanam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Vidhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaika Natham. Friends, many of you who are following our Bhagavata, this is the main source, one of the sources of the liberation. Liberation means mukti. Mukti means going beyond the six changes. Jayate, asti, vardate, viparinyamate, vipakshiyate. Like that, from one, this goes on changing. All the six changes. The last Sunday, the June 14th, we have heard the reply of the Supreme Being, who appeared before the Brahma and his four sons. So for last 2 days we were reading that particular portion, Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatan and Sanat Kumar. They are known as sons. The son means this the four sa. They are the mind-born son of the Brahma. Now these people, can you imagine? They were troubled with one problem. What is that? Attachment of the mind with the sense objects, which every day we are also finding. So they got attached with the different objects of this world, and naturally, if you are attached to that, what you can do? You behave like a slave. Recently, I was reading in the newspaper, it happened in India, that a young boy, very young, hardly 20, 24, like that, and he loved a girl. But the girl, ultimately, it didn't continue. And angry because of that break, he took a gun and went to that girl's house and shot her. Not only that, to make sure that she is dying, stabbed her many times, and then now arrested by the police. His life is also gone, the girl also dead. For why? Just because thinking that if I am not getting that girl as my wife, I am going to suffer. Just thinking. Maybe it was completely different. He could be happy, the boy could be happy. But no. Why? Moha. What is that moha? Complete delusion. What is this delusion? We forget everything. And pros and cons, the positive, negative, all thought goes away. That's why moha, infatuation, attachment to the object. Just saw that girl, developed some friendship, and then roaming around, started thinking that she will be mine. That's all. Just because of that, this heinous deed he did, and now he himself will suffer, his family will suffer, girl's family will suffer, so many people will suffer because of this. So where from it came? Attachment. Attachment to what? Rupa. And where from the Rupa came? The eyes went and saw and brought it back to the mind. Can you imagine how difficult it is? And that is the reason in the beginning of the civilization, we can say, when only the Supreme Being's mind born, the firstborn Brahma, Chaturmukham, because he was having the four Veda, the knowledge, so they imagined that he was having four heads. How one head can contain so much of knowledge? But in reality, it may be that Brahma was not having four heads. Just imagining, so he is so much of knowledge, four Veda, Rik, Sham, Yaji, Atharva, whole thing. Why? The Lord has given that knowledge to Brahma, and then asked the Brahma, you must create. So he was creating. In the beginning, he created the 7 rishis, then the other Manus, then these 4 sons. Now these 4 sons, they came and then told, Father, can you please teach us the secret of yoga? Today is the International Yoga Day. What is this yoga? Adhyatmic yoga. The basic yoga is Hatha yoga. Asana, pranayama, to keep the body fit. Sharira madhyam kalu dharma sadhanam. With this body only one can perform the religion, body is necessary, the health is necessary. So obviously, to keep this health, the body healthy, they develop this type of things. So this Hatha Yoga, then withdrawing the mind from the sense objects, pratyahara, ahara, collection, and then refusing to collect. Ahara doesn't mean only eating through the mouth. Ahara means collection, and that goes with the five senses, sense organs. So obviously it is a very difficult. Hence these four, they came and requested their father. We have already read that. And the Brahma thought, why not I ask this question to my creator, the Supreme Being. So he prayed to the Supreme Being, can you please come? Because you have created the mind of a being, as a human being, intelligent, and you have created the objects. The Supreme Being has created the objects. Brahma considered himself just as a machine. The Supreme Being, whatever he wanted, he did it through Brahma. So Brahma was very humble. And he says, sir, can you please come? Bhagavan, can you please come and give the answer? And the Supreme Being, as because we all know, it is the consciousness all pervading. So we do not know exactly how it is, but we can imagine it must be the consciousness, that much. But Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, you cannot end by saying this is like this. So we are not. So only at this moment we know that there is a consciousness, and consciousness all pervading. So he came in the form of a swan. These four, including the Brahma, their father, he was taken aback because they never saw the form of that Supreme Being. Then they thought, oh, is he like the swan? So obviously the first question, Ka Bhavan, who are you, sir? We know. And naturally the Supreme Being started playing with them. Hey, you cannot ask this question because except me there is nothing. How can you ask this question? And if you are asking this, the form, the swan, then the body means the combination of so many things. So this particular way that you are asking is grammatically wrong. It should be plural, like that. Then afterward, when all those things were done, he gave them the training, the teaching, the knowledge and the process. The jnana, which is also known as Samkhya, and the yoga, the process. So we can say Lord Vishnu is the first and the only Guru. Who is a Guru? The one who is giving the knowledge and then removing the darkness. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya is bringing the light, the torch of that knowledge. And so the ignorance is going away. That is the Guru. The Vishnu, Lord Vishnu is the Guru, and he declared himself, that Supreme Being. We never knew who he was. He said, Janita mam agatam yagyam. Yagya by Vishnu. Yagya means Vishnu. Anything that you do for the betterment of others without expecting any return, it is yagya. And yagya means Vishnu. So he said in the Bhagavad 13 chapter 38 verse, I am quoting only the last few words, Janita ma agatam yagyam. Know me that I am the Vishnu. And who is this Vishnu? That which is everywhere. So the definition comes, Atha yat Vishito bhavati tat Vishnur bhavati. Another explanation, that which is everywhere is Vishnu. Again it says, that which is free from fetters and bondage. That is again Vishnu. Without bondage. We are all bound by so many things. But the Vishnu is not bound. Why we are bound? Because we have the desire. That's why we are bound. The Vishnu is not bound because he is not having any desire. So what is the difference between the Vishnu and me? What is the difference between the creator and the creation? Only desire and nothing else. Then Hindi, there are many, those who know the Hindi, they know. There's a beautiful couplet and it says, Chahi chamari tu neech ati neech. Main to shuddh brahma tha, tu na hoti beech. Beech means in between. I was in reality Shuddha Brahma, the pure Brahman, pure knowledge. But only you came in between the Chahi. Chahi means Chahat, desire. And you separated me from that knowledge, that purity. So you are the Chamari, you are the lowest of the low because of that, denouncing that. So that is the way the spiritual seeker will constantly keep an eye on the desire. What type of desire is rising within my mind? So these are very, very important. As a process of withdrawing the mind from the sense objects, the Vishnu advised the Sanaka brothers that if they concentrate their mind on Vishnu, then automatically their minds will be detached from the sense objects. What was the problem? How to detach the mind? So Vishnu taught them that you better concentrate on me, the Vishnu. And who is Vishnu? All-pervading consciousness. He is all-pervading, everywhere, without fetters, without bondage. That is Vishnu. Vistareti Vishnaho. The Vishnu came in separate form, that will come afterwards. But at the same time, the Vishnu is all-pervading. Sometimes those who are following the path of the Vishnu are called Vaishnava. But these we should keep in mind, the Vaishnava, Tantra and the Vedanta are not having any differences. Only explanation, that's all, and nothing else. All are the same. The Vishnu is all-pervading. And the goal of the Vedantin, Brahman, all-pervading. So obviously, this is only one without two, without bondages. So now the 11th, the Kando, 14th chapter, the first verse, 14th chapter, first verse, Uddhava asks Sri Krishna, referring Sri Vishnu's declaration. What is the declaration? Yaham yogasya samkhasya satyasya ritasya tejasa parayanam. This parayanam, I am the highest, supreme goal, parayanam. Para means always higher. I am the highest. And ayana means the goal, the path. I am the highest path, parayana. And of what? He said, samkhasya, of the knowledge, yogasya, of the activities, the practice, satyasya, the truth, ritasya, the straightness, the straightforward, tejasya, and the energy, everything. What we need, the truth, truthfulness. In the practice of spirituality, truthfulness is the must. And if we are not practicing truthfulness, we become hypocrite. But in the world, those who are in the society, they are, to some extent, it is, for them, it is allowed. In the Hinduism, that Sanatana Dharma is very broad. So they have allowed. Sometimes you can tell lies. Like when you are talking with your wife, just for the fun, you can tell lies. So husband, wife, that is permitted. At the time of giving the marriage to your daughter, if you say, naturally the parents, the father will say, arrange marriage. So the father will say, oh, you don't know my daughter, she can cook so well, she can sing so well. It's not real, but the people, they also understand. She knows little bit of cooking, little bit of music. That's okay. So that is the way. That is all allowed. When you are in danger, people have come to kill you. You can tell lies. When you are in problem, that some people are trying to snatch away, take away the wealth, money, you can tell lies. These are all allowed for the householders, those who are living in the house. But for the sannyasins, for those who have left the hearth and home and dedicated 100% for this realization, not a single thing should be there. When one of the direct disciples of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Brahmananda, he came to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna could read the mind. He saw him and told, "Hey, today you have committed a sin, something wrong. I can look at your face. Tell me what you have done." He couldn't remember anything. "I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything." Then suddenly he remembered that while reaching back, he met some of his friends and jokingly told some the false things. Maybe they were asking where you are going, and he told something and came to hear. So the false he uttered. Sri Ramakrishna told him, "You are going to realize God. Even as a play, as a game, you should not say anything that is not truth. Hold strict to truth." That is for the monks. But in the society, it is allowed to some extent. So this Satya, Rita, Tejasa, I am the goal. I am Parayanam. This is the first verse that Sri Vishnu, who declared that Supreme Being who came in the form of a swan and then introduced himself as a Vishnu, he said. Referring to that, the Uddhava, he said, "O Krishna, the teachers of the Brahman teaches various means to attain the Supreme. Are all of them important, or only one of them is the foremost?" That is the Uddhava. In the Bhagavad Gita we found Krishna, Arjuna is asking, and in the Bhagavata we find the Uddhava is asking. So, and we get the wonderful reply. He said, "Vadanti Krishna Sreyamsi Bahuni Brahmavadina." Those who are practicing the spirituality, they say that there are many ways to reach God. Tesham vikalpa pradhanyam uto aho ekamukhyata. All of them are correct, or there is only one which we should follow. Moreover, O Krishna, you have given importance on Bhakti Yoga for the path of liberation. In this, he said then, Bhavata Udahrita Swamin. He is addressing the Krishna, though he was considered as a friend of Krishna, but now he is addressing him as a Swamin. Bhavata Udahrita Swamin. So the king may be a friend, king may be an husband or father, but when the king is on the throne, and he should be considered as king, and all these relations should not be considered at that time. Here, the Uddhava, though he is a friend, he is not addressing Krishna as a friend, considering him as a friend. Rather, you are the master. So he said, Swamin. So this is the way we should understand, we should learn how to behave in the society. That is very, very important. Very, very important. We make mistakes. It should be very, very important. We know him, we can talk to him in a friendly way, we can pat, we can hold his hand, we can embrace. That is a friendly way it can go. But when he is sitting on the throne, he is the king, and every respect should be given accordingly. So this is the way it says, Bhavata Udahrita Swamin Bhakti Yoga Anapekshitaha. And you have given importance on the Bhakti Yoga, O Lord. Nirasya sarvata sangam ena tui abhishet manaha, and promise that there will remain only one attachment for the devotee, and that is you. It is only one attachment. Problem, attachment. With what? All the objects. And how many objects? Millions and billions and trillions. So obviously, how many paths? There are many varieties of paths are there. Everyone is claiming that my path is the right one. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, everyone says, my watch is going in the correct, giving the correct time. In those days, now it is the quartz. So naturally, almost every time it is, all watches are giving the same timing, in the same zone, time zone. But that time you have to give, the spring was there, sometimes spring is loose, the timing will be different timing is to give. So the Sri Ramakrishna said, but everyone, they will say, my watch is giving the right time and you have to follow my time. So there was always that fighting. And he says here, Uddhava is telling, there are so many varieties of paths. But, O Lord, the Vishnu also said, and you are also telling, that we must withdraw our mind and give it to you. Why? Is this the only path? Then tell that. This is the only path. Then the Krishna started telling him, giving him the history. Now, one creation, it is created, then one Brahma will come, and again he will create all these beings, then the whole circle will continue, then afterwards it will go away and it go back to the same form before the creation. So the creation, sustenance and dissolution, this circle is over. A new circle has begun. That he is telling. Lord Vishnu said to put mind to him. You asked to attach mind with you. Teachers are suggesting that is a problem. Sri Krishna then narrated from the 3rd to 9th verses how the knowledge at the time of dissolution, pralaya, the cessation of the creation got dissolved. I am not reading, I am not quoting those. That those who are interested can read. That is, this is the 13th chapter, and it is the 14th chapter, 3rd to 9th. Chapter 14, 11th book, Skandha, and from 3rd to 9th verses. Again, in the beginning of another creation, there is a Srishti. He, the God, the Supreme, gave the knowledge to Brahman. That we find in the 14th, the 3rd verse, Mayado Brahmane Prokta. Who is telling? Sri Krishna. So who is this Sri Krishna? He is telling, I created this. And in the beginning of the creation, this is a new creation. And in this new creation, I gave the knowledge to the Brahma. That Mayado Brahmane Prokta. The third verse, it says like this. Tena Prokta Swaputraya Manave. He, that Brahma, then disclosed that knowledge to his son Shayambhu Manu. Manu is the beginning. From Manu, Saptarishi. The Saptarshi, we all know the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. He says that Swami Vivekananda is one of the Saptarishi. So this Saptarishi, what are the names? Bhrigu, Marichi, Atri, Angirasa, Pulasta, Pulaha and Kratu. They are also the forms of the Gotra. All the Hindus are having the Gotra, a clan. What is this Gotra? A teachings of a particular teacher. Who are the teachers? Mostly these Saptarishis. What is the speciality of the Saptarishis? Their knowledge is so supreme. That's why they could retain their individuality even where nothing remained, only one consciousness Brahman there. In that situation also, they could and still they are having their own personality. So that's called Sapta Rishi. Usually the Hindu astrologers, they will point to the 7 stars, oh, that is Sapta Rishi. These are the names. So the slowly generations are changing. First, Brahma, who told the Supreme Being, now at present in the form of Sri Krishna, that Supreme Being, which is Brahman, which is Vishnu, he gave the knowledge to Brahma, the firstborn, in this creation. The last creation is over in this creation. Second, the Brahma taught to Swayambhu Manu. Then Manu gave to 7 rishis. Like this it is coming. These 7 rishis again distributed that knowledge to different beings according to a predominant qualities. Sattva, Rajatama. What are the gunas? Qualities, Sattva, Rajatama. According to the qualities, these rishis, they gave them the knowledge. Suppose in the school, the few are very intelligent. So the teachers will take special classes for them so that they know, they will understand so very quickly and they will get the good result. There are mediocres. For them, another type of teaching. They will understand, they will also, but they are a little slow in understanding the things. There are very slow learners. They will learn, but you have to give lot of attentions. And there are some special students, they need a different way to learn. So the grades are there. So here, Sattva, Raja and Tama. This Sattva, Raja, Tama, these 3 qualities, according to their capacity of understanding, they gave this different knowledge. So what type of knowledge? They taught some the heaven is the ultimate goal, the Mimamsaka. They understand that in this life you are suffering. For food you have to work hard, for this and that. But if you go to heaven, everything is free and everything is easily available and you can enjoy the life. In all religion, the heaven is there. Some Jannat they say, and then it will be the heaven, then Swarga, something like that. That is one. Second, suggest the fame. Another group, the Kabi, they said the fame is the only thing. For a human being in this world, you must be known to everyone. The people should know you. That name, fame will be like this. So that is called the fame. That is the ultimate goal. And third is the control of the mind. They are yogis. They say, no, our only goal is to control the mind. We are detaching all our sense objects, so sense organs from the sense objects, controlling the mind. Then another's are there. They are the splendor or the wealth. They are Vatsayanas. Another group, sense enjoyment only and nothing else. Because you have got this human body and you have the taste, just enjoy, because you do not know when you will die and after death what will happen. Don't bother about that. Don't waste time. They are called Charvakas. They are the philosophies. And like that many others are there. So the Uddhava is asking this question, then what will happen? Of course, the Sridhar Swami, he has explained this in different time. At the time of Krishna, whether these people were there or not, but in the Bhagavad Gita, when we get the mention about the Charvaka, Charu, Badi, like that, so they were also there. This philosophy was known. So Uddhava knew. So this is the question. Different ways are there. So it is better. Why the different ways have come? According to their taste, according to their aptitude, according to their understanding. Now when we go to other places, we talk about the Dvaitism, and then we say that you must pray, because that is a good thing for them. They are the spiritual learners, the beginners. And the beginning itself, if you say, Like the Ashtavakra said to his disciple, the Janaka, that you are that supreme being. Janaka understood because Janaka was ready. So that is the reason we find that we always say the Advaita Vedanta Adhikari. Adhikari means he has already understood all the knowledge of the Veda. Vidipad Adita Vedanta Asmin Janmani Janmantareva, in this life or in the past lives, you must have to have the knowledge of the Veda. So like this, there's a long, who is an Adhikari, who is a real student, who can be the quality of a student. So when the Uddhava was asking the Krishna, there are so many different ways, how these ways came. And if there are so many, which one we should follow? Krishna is giving the answer. In this new circle, the knowledge I gave to Brahma, Brahma gave it to Manu, Manu gave it to the rishis. 7 rishis again gave this knowledge, distributed this knowledge to all people according to their gunas, according to their qualities. So the different thing. Some people, they are satisfied with the Swarga. So that is okay for them. Do it this way. Then 11th book, 14th chapter, verse 12 through 28. Bhagavan Sri Krishna advocated pure devotion as the best path to realize peace in this present age. This is the Bhakti Marg. Now we are studying the Bhagavata for the last, I think, 2 years. And every Sunday we are discussing about this Bhagavata. Majority of the time we are discussing about the knowledge, all the time. Now here in this part we find that the Sri Krishna himself is advocating the devotion. What type of devotion? And if you practice the devotion, what will be the result? All will come in our next courses. In the 12th verse, he says, Mayarpita Atmana Sabhya Niropekshasya Sarvataha Maya Atmana Sukham Yat Tat Kuta Syat Vishaya Atmanam Sabhya. Sabhya means my friend. One who has understood one's mind, or who has surrendered one's mind to me, the God, the Supreme, being indifferent to all objects of the world, will surely achieve my nature. What is that nature? Blissfulness. So how I will know that I am making progress in my spiritual life? Joy, blissfulness, ananda from inside. Sometimes some people, they always ask this question, how I will know that I am making progress in the spiritual life? Joy will come, happiness will come, and that happiness, that joy doesn't depend on the other objects, the friend, the relative, good food, or many other things. No, it is from within that the joy always come up. Mayarpita Atmana Sabhya, oh my friend, Maya Arpita Atmana, one who has dedicated, surrendered completely his mind, Atmana means mind, to me, and Nirapekshasya Sarvataha, and he is not interested in anything outside this world. So naturally, what he will get? He will get Sukham. And in the 27th verse again it says, if a person thinks of sense objects, get attached to that. But those who remember me all the time, merge in me, the God alone. The process is very simple. The option is given to you. You like to go to the world or you like to go to God. The world has been created by God himself, but God is separate from the world. What is this world? It is the imagination. So you go, you play, then ultimately you find, oh, this has gone away. When a person becomes young, with a beautiful body, intellect, then he is going on enjoying things in this whole world, he thinks that I am going to enjoy it permanently. After 10, 20, 30 years, no. Then that feeling comes, I am going to lose everything. So that is constantly. But the next generation again will come, again the same mistake they will do. They will think that we are going to be permanent, enjoying the permanent thing. Again, at the age of 50, 60, 70, they will, oh no, this is all. So they will go for the holy people and the religious houses. So like that, the third, fourth, generation after generation goes on making this mistake. Why? The great Maya. Whoever comes to that age, the jerk come, then become, no, we are strong, we are beautiful, we like to enjoy this life, let us drink, let us dance, let us make merry. So they go on giving like that. At that moment, if one can control his mind and step out of that line and say, well, my grandpa, my father, everyone did the same thing, but I have seen them. They have repented. They said there is no joy in this life. Shall I do the same thing again? Why to repeat? The result will be the same. I am not going to. So that stepping out people are very few. But they understand religion. Ultimately, they turn their mind away from the sense objects, and where they will give to the God. And what is God? Joy. Anandeva kalu imani bhutani jayante. The ananda, the blissfulness. So the pramana, what is the proof that God is there? Joy is the proof. Blissfulness is the proof. And that joy, that blissfulness never depends on anything else. It comes from the within. That proves that there is something which is more interesting, more joyful than anything else in this world. So it says in that way, Vishayan dhayatas chittam vishayeshu visajjate. But if you are meditating on the objects of this, sense objects of this world, your mind will go to there. Mam anusmarata chittam mai eva praviliyate. And if you are meditating on me, you will enter into me. Again, just as a reminder, who is me? Supreme God. Who is Supreme God? Source of joy. So anything that you can take, you can make yourself, you can mar yourself. And when you are marring yourself, destroying yourself, if you are going to the creation of God, and you are making yourself if you go towards the God. So this is your choice. So therefore, O dear Uddhava, in 28th verse he says, Tasmat, therefore I advise you, Asat abhidhanam hitva mai samadhisva manomat bhava bhavitam. I didn't quote the whole sloka. I took a little bit of it. It's a 4-line sloka. I took only 2 lines. Give up the unreal thing. Purify your mind with devotion to me and concentrate. How to purify the mind? Again, we can remember the famous word of the Jesus, the blessed are those who are pure in heart. What is the purification? Not thinking of the objects of the world, first. Second, thinking always God. That is purification. In the Vivek Chudamani also, the Shankara is telling the concentration, the purification of the mind. Purification is necessary. How? By concentrating the mind on God. That is called purification. Here also you'll find that the Sri Krishna in the Bhagavata, he says, Asat abhidhanam hitva. Give up that asat. Asat means that is temporary. Sat and asat. Here always in Sanskrit, asat means temporary. Anything that is temporary. And this body is also temporary. And associated with this body, our family, our society, our country, everything is temporary. So we have to understand that. Some people, they cut jokes. Oh, everything is temporary, so we should not do anything. No, we should do it. As long as I am living in this body, so I must try to live as comfortably as possible. But at the same time, in the core of my mind will know that this is not permanent. And that is called tapasya. The two things parallelly we are doing. And that is why in the Sanatana Dharma they said, what is Dharma? The both things, advancement of the worldly comfort, worldly things, and advancement of the spirituality. Both things should be equally developed. If you don't find food, don't find shelter, and in tremendous cold or heat you are suffering, how can you control your mind? How can you think of God? That is not possible. Then the only way that you have to commit suicide. And if you are committing suicide, what is happening? This body, the gross body will go away, but the subtle body with the desire and fulfillment, that will go on rotating over here. Again go and take another body. So no, that is not the thing. We should live and live comfortably and happily, friendly way, so that we can put our mind towards the main object, that is the God. The moment the Lord Krishna mentioned about meditation, the intelligent Uddhava immediately asked him to explain it. Can you please explain what is this meditation you are talking about? How to meditate? Uddhava is asking the three different ways. Please tell, O Krishna, how to meditate. Second, in what aspect? And third, in what form? What should be the aspect? Aspect means some object should be there or without the object. If the object is there, then what form I should think? So one question in three parts. How to meditate, and what is the aspect, whether with form or without form, and if it is with form, what form? So these are the three questions. In answer, Sri Krishna explained asana and pranayama. See, here also in the Bhagavata we find the combination of the yoga and the knowledge, jnana, and bhakti, and of course karma, because the karma is the main thread. If you are not performing, you are only sitting one place. Oh, asana, yes, I have to do the asana. That one. So that is why always and every time, the last avatar that we have found here in India, that is this Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and he is the avatar of the combination of all the four yogas: jnana, bhakti, yoga, and karma, all the four together. The Krishna is explaining the asana and pranayama. There are so many varieties of asana in different posture, but the only object that you can sit in one posture for a long time. So there was one Swami, he's still there, may he live long. So this Swami is from the Muslim background. So he has joined and become a monk, a Hindu monk, but he has a great devotion for Ganga, and then early morning he will go and bathe and come and sit before Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and meditate for hours together. But you know how he used to sit? As because the Muslim background, he used to sit on his knees. So folding the knees. His asana was that. But we, by birth Hindu, we always learned how to sit squatting. So the asanas are different. He was comfortable on that posture, and we were comfortable in our posture. That is no problem. and both are meditating on the same God, practicing. So asana in different. If you are interested, you can read 32, 33, 34 and 35. These 5 verses, if you read from the 14th chapter, different asanas and pranayama he has said. Now the pranayama, you are taking the breathing and then holding it and then slowly releasing it. Again taking, holding, release. That's called pranayama. And there, another 2 differences there in the pranayama. It says swagarbha pranayama. When you are inhaling, if you go on imagining that omkara is entering into your body and covering right from the head to the toe, whole body is covered with small omkara, bright omkaras, and whole body is becoming purified. That is called sagarbha pranayama. And just taking the breath, the air, and then releasing, that is also pranayama. It says agarbha. A means negative, agarbha pranayama and swagarbha pranayama. So these 2 type of pranayama and the asanas. And he taught samam prashantam sumukham dirghacharu chaturbhujam hemambaram ghanashyamam Sri Vatsa Sri Niketanam. So 38 and 39 verse, I have taken one line. So what was the question? Meditation. Then what is the aspect of meditation? How we will see it, how we will do? He has said that. Then whether we take any form to meditate? Yes. And what is that form? He is explaining. Meditate on me, who is serene, of a benign face with 4 long beautiful arms, wearing a golden color cloth, complexion of a dark cloud, with the marks known as Sri Vatsa. Sri Vatsa means curly hair. Sri Vatsa, sometimes some people they keep the calf, no. That is a curly hair, that's called Sri Vatsa. And Sri, the goddess of wealth, Lakshmi. The Sri is on the heart, and also the Sri Vatsa, the curly hair. And this is, who is this? Vishnu. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Dhari, so Vishnu. So when you are imagining the Lord Vishnu, he is having Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Banamala Vibhushitam on the 40th verse. Again I am quoting only one line to finish this chapter. Holding in his 4 different divine hands 4 symbols, conch, to call the soul. He is when the blowing the conch, he is calling the soul. In the Islam they call it ajan, giving the call. In the Christian tradition they will ring the bell in the church, calling the people, the faithful, the devotees. You come, now it is time. And the Hindus, they blow the conch to call. The Vishnu, he is holding the conch. And then it is the disc, Sudarshana. This chakra, they constantly moving. Why? Everything is moving. In this world, everything is changing. Then sometimes we think that he is only fighting with the Sudarshan chakra. Name is Sudarshana. Sudarshana, beautiful looking. So that's a chakra. Is a symbol of life is constantly rotating. Everything is changing. So be careful. Don't waste time. Then lotus is the symbol of devotion. And a mace, that is Gada, Gadadhara. Our Sri Ramakrishna's nickname is Gadadhara. So what is that Gada, the mace? That if you are not following the righteous path, you are going to get the pain, punishment, suffering. So that is the symbol. And also he is having Bonamala Vibhushitam. That means the whole, this Prakriti that you see, that is my nature. The beauty in this nature. Now in Chicago and many places where it snows, if you at the time of the snow, if you come, you won't get the beauty of the greeneries here. It's so lavish green now everywhere. But again, slowly when the snow will fall, the trees will leave their the leaves, and slowly they will be dry. That is another beauty, and the green. So Banamala, that is Prakriti. I belong to the Prakriti, I belong to the nature, I belong to this beauty. So Banamala is the symbol of the nature. So we should not hurt the animals or the birds, reptiles. That is developing the love for nature. That this is our Vishnu. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, Dhari, Banamala, Vibhushita, the beautiful four hands, and also the beautiful face, and benign the eyes. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, when you are making the image of God, it should be beautiful. Why? The once you look at it, because we are human being humble, we are very much interested to see the beauty. If the face of God is not beautiful, you won't be able to meditate on that. But if it is a beautiful face, I don't know why, but in different afterwards, in different way, it all changed. And now, just quickly, I will read out from here. In the verses from 42 to 46, Sri Krishna expressed the process of meditation. This is a very interesting and very important chapter. The meditation on my beautiful form only, first. Meditation on my smile face only. Friends, we will explain it in our next class because some of the questions are there, we will answer. The first is meditation on me. So he described all the beautiful form. Then meditation on my face only. Third, the smiling face. First is the whole body, then only the smiling face, and you are making it very small and one-pointed. The third step, you forget that face also. You see the light, and in place of the light, you also belong. So you and that object of meditation, the God, are one. The teachings of meditation were step by step. Sit properly, then regulate the breathing, and then concentrate the mind on God's beautiful form. Forget the whole body and face only you should remember. Then change the meditation from form to without form by seeing the divine light instead of the form, and merge into that divine light and forget you are meditating. Become one with Supreme Self. What happens when one becomes perfect in meditation? Then the chapter begins, the 15th chapter, and he says, various supernatural power come to that yogi who has controlled his sense. This is very interesting, the topic. So those who are interested, you have to come next time, the next Sunday. So very interesting, and one should be very, very careful. We are practicing meditation, we are praying, and we are doing worship only to realize God, not His power. But as a result it comes. So we will discuss that in our next class. So please give me the question.
The first question, Maharaj, Samir Kumar Chatterjee, how can we be stress less in these days of uncertainties everywhere?
The stress, friends. The Shamir Chatterjee, he is asking this question, how to be free from this stress because of the present day situation. These challenges are always there for the human being, always. Remember that when there was nothing, the prehistoric days, that time the human being, they found all around the huge animals, dinosaurs, are terrible. Even that challenge also the human society overcome. And then slowly, one after another, if you go to the pages of the history, there was not a single that era where there was no challenges. In the present day, as because the world is so closely connected, anything happening any corner of the world immediately spreading, happiness or unhappiness, both we have to share. So that is now the challenge, what we should do. Our great minds, the scientists all over the world, trying their best to find out the remedy, the medicine. Till they become successful, they have given us, observing the problem, that we should remain as maximum possible inside the room, detached from, away from other people. This is the only, and clean. Now we are becoming stressed because we are not having the friends and the life that we are enjoying, a little change of our practices. Now why don't you develop your spiritual power? This is the moment you can do that. And if you can develop that, as we are reading this Bhagavatam, and if possible you can contact a Swami also personally and get the guidance, and then develop your spiritual power. If you develop meditation in this, is not that the great thing? And once you control your senses, whatever happens all around, you are completely free from all stresses. Whatever may be the challenges, everything is temporary. Today or tomorrow, I am going to die. So why should I go on beating my head on the wall? Oh, I am going to die, I am going to die. If I cry, whether the death will say, okay, don't cry, I won't take you. Be brave. Then think, whatever will happen to me, I am going to follow the restrictions that has been given by the scientists and the doctors as best possible, and I am controlling my senses, my mind, through meditation and becoming happy myself. It is possible. Thank you, Shamir Babu.
Next question is from Shaunok Roy. Please explain the difference between japa and meditation. Shaunok Roy.
Shaunak Babu, is a very good question. The japa means taking the name of God, and meditation means merging with that God. This is the difference.
Last question.
Japa means taking the name of God. But if you have not taken the name of God from a particular person who is a guru, that may create problem, because someday you will like Kali, someday you will like Krishna. So the energy flitters. So you have to go to the guru and then you can say, sir, I love this particular aspect of God. Will you please give me the mantra? There are some mantras, the technical way developed, and believe it, if we can perfectly pronounce that mantra, effect is sure to come. They have not come to deceive us. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna never accepted any gift. Then why he said, I am telling you, my children, there is God. And you can talk to God, you can see God. It is possible. So that taking the name of God with devotion is called japa, repetition of the God's name. And meditation, whatever the God or goddess or the object of meditation, when you are merging into that, your personality goes into that, that is called meditation, japa and meditation. Third question.
Payal Datta, please explain how to concentrate during japa.
And you better, as per, if you have taken the mantra from a guru, the guru must have directed you, instructed you, follow that. Or what you can do, that is, finish your japa first and then meditate. That will be good. And slowly, when you are meditating, you will find unconsciously your mind is going on taking that holy name on whom you are meditating. It is also possible in this way. Thank you for the wonderful questions. And friends, let us conclude with this chanting. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudramaruta Stunnanti Divyai Stavai Vedai Sangha Padakrama Upanishadai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogina Yasyantam Navidu Sura Asuragana Devaya Tasmai Nama. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om, peace, peace, peace unto all.